Hey YouTube, it's your girl Yona Marie, and today I want to talk about some ways you can sell your soul to the music industry. Yona Marie Music, create with me. So selling your soul to the music world doesn't have to be as deep as doing a whole deal with the actual demon. It doesn't need to be as deep as getting in with the Illuminati. Sometimes selling your soul can be more of a tangible, more common way to just lose yourself, drain yourself, become a shell of yourself because of the fame and fortune that you were chasing. A lot of times that tends to happen in the music industry. So artists and bands are selling their souls. They're selling themselves because they're that desperate to get on, to get the spotlight, to get paid, to get marketing, promotion, to get the fancy life that they always see on TV. And a lot of times, celebrities themselves will tell you that it is not worth it, that they made mistakes, they regret things that they did in their youth, and they regret the way they were taken advantage of by people in the music industry. And you may have come across this video because you really want to find a way to follow in their footsteps, which I'm not going to judge you for, because the appeal of fame can be a huge thing. Like, we all as musicians dream of being in the spotlight, dream of being on a tour with a million people in the audience, getting money, doing videos, getting sponsorships. We all have dreamed about it at one point in time. But there's a way to go about it, maybe a more smart way that you won't really be giving all of yourself to the point where you regret your actions. So if you're looking for different things you want to avoid when trying to get to fame, this is for you. Or if you're looking for just an increased way to get yourself some fame and fortune no matter what, and you're already at that desperate point and you don't care and you need some tips and pointers, I'm here to tell you about some things you can do. Now, I hope the more that I explain it, you will want to avoid some pitfalls, maybe do some things a little bit differently, learn from mistakes of other celebrities in the music industry. But at the end of the day, you do what you want to do with this information. I just want to share some perspective. Now, most people know that when you get a record label deal, you get a lot of money backing you. You get a lot of key people that can get you in the right doors, put you in front of the right crowds. Labels will really set you up for everything you need in the music world. And because of all that work they're doing for you, you need to see that they're going to see you as a product, not as a person. They're not seeing this as a partnership. You are just a product that they can do whatever they want to do with. And a lot of times labels have really been giving artists and bands terrible deals. Now, you may or may not have heard of a specific deal called a 360 deal, which means the label gets you to sign a contract saying that they will take a percentage of everything you're doing, whether it be tours, releasing songs, doing TikTok videos, getting YouTube ad earnings, everything. They're going to get a cut. And because they're getting a cut of every single little move that you make, everything you do is a bit more of a low investment for them. So they feel like they're not putting out too much effort for you. Because again, you're a product. You're not their friend. You're not their partner. You're just a product, a way for them to make some more money. Now, tons of artists have signed really bad deals and have been very vocal about it. One person that stands out to me is Waka Flocka, who said he signed a terrible deal that he felt like he was a slave to. Now, that sounds to me like he sold his soul. He's been vocal about it because he wants up-and-coming artists to avoid the mistakes that he made himself. And not only are these big labels with big budgets doing these type of shady deals, but you can even find smaller independent labels with way less opportunity, way less budget for you that will still try to screw you over in a deal. Now, they pray for people who don't know much about the industry, don't know what they're doing, they're just looking for their chance to shine, and they're really just going off of their talent. And they also prey on people that are younger and impressionable. So if you're a young person looking to get a deal in the music industry, their eyes are bright because they see you as a money opportunity and somebody they can just get over on really fast. So be careful with deals that you consider signing, whether it's a huge label, whether it's a local label. Be careful because the music industry has a reputation for being predatory. It's just how it is. Now, another way to sell your soul for the music industry has been around for a while. Aspects of it has been around for a while, but it's getting more prominent thanks to social media today. Now, doing wild things, reckless things, over-sexualized things just to get engagement, get attention, get likes, get clicks, get followers, that's becoming hugely prominent in the world, not only in the music industry, just general entertainment. People are doing some crazy stuff on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram because they want attention, because that attention they get from the likes, comments, subscriptions, whatever, it's like dopamine. It's like a kick of their favorite drug. So you can begin to lose yourself and lose control the more you get your numbers up and the more you're getting this attention. And it can happen so subtly that you really don't even know it. Now, we all have different morals. We all all have different things that we believe may be too much, too little, too much for the entertainment world. Some people think that certain things they do on social media is not a big deal at all. And that's true to who they are, and that's fine. That's who they've been the whole time. But if you find that your morals are going lower and lower just because of attention you're getting, whether it's online, whether it's in interviews, whether it's in your live performances, whatever, just know that you can get a lot of attention pretty easily when you tap into people's darker obsessions. Darker obsessions could be sex, violence, drugs, gambling. It could be a lot of different things. And like I said, people are on varying levels of this scale, but you can see it just plummeting the more attention some people receive. I saw a few posts recently from artists on TikTok, one being Halsey, the singer, where she just posted, she was like, the label is making me put something up again. I'm going crazy. I don't even know what to do. The label is just telling me to put up media, put up material. I need to get people's attention. So here y'all go. I don't know what I'm doing. I've seen so many things like that, and it's really toxic in the music industry right now, because not only are the artists getting greedy for attention, but the labels are forcing their artists to get greedy for attention. And that ties into my next way of losing your soul to the music industry, because people are doing this because they think attention equals money. And the money hungriness is really rampant in the business side of the music world, because I see so many ad companies, so many marketing companies, labels, having tons of artists saying that they're morally bankrupt. Now, these are people that may have started in the music world with good intentions, but as they got more into the business side, as they started making money, the money took over their soul. These CEOs, these marketing executives, these A&Rs, these tastemakers in the music world, y'all are at risk too. Sometimes y'all can be at risk even more than artists are when it comes to the greed side of things. There was a popular scam that was going around like a year or two ago with Twitter and Facebook, I saw, where rappers, established rappers like Fat Joe, Redman, and The Game were associated with this promo company that was reaching out to indie rappers for placements on mixtapes. Now, these mixtapes were supposed to get promoted and get these rappers on, get them opportunities, get them listens. But what wound up happening was these rappers were paying like $100, $200 to get on this mixtape. And the artists like The Game, Fat Joe, were really not even involved. They just signed a deal with like a third-party marketing company. And it was basically a scam. Like, young artists were paying $100, $200 because they received a DM from what they thought was a rapper that they really respected and liked, asking did they want to be on a project with them. And of course, that excitement got them so pressed that they wasn't thinking about the fact that it could be a scam, which it was. They wound up getting on these mixtapes, getting on these projects, and nothing happened. Nobody played their songs. They wasted $200 because of the greed of that company and because of the greed of the artist that was okay with associating their name with that company. Now those artists to this day are getting clowned. You know, they're losing their reputation, they're losing their trust because of the little greed they had, because they wanted to make money regardless. Now, I'm a firm believer that your mind unintentionally gets warped a bit. The more successful you get, the more rich you get, the more you can be at risk of starting to feel like you deserve this, you deserve that, people are less than you, you can do whatever you want because you're in charge, you have the power, you made it this far. And just imagine how many people in the music industry are walking around successful. Yes, people love them. Yes, they're talented. Yes, but they're warped in the brain. Their soul is not intact like it was before they got famous because their morals are down. Their selflessness has gone way down. Don't let that be you. My last example as a way to sell your soul to the music industry is to abandon all creative control. Now, this often happens. You're at a high risk of getting this done to you. If you sign a label deal, they're likely going to take over everything you're trying to do and make it theirs because, again, you are their product. What happens is you have to feed into the creativity ideas that they're giving you. You can't have your own creativity. You have to follow the way they develop you as an artist in their development process. It's not up to you. It's about your marketability. Now, some artists, especially over time after they have success, tend to get a little bit more say in what they can do, get creative control over how they can act, what they can wear, what type of tracks they can do, their set lists, their track lists on the CDs, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of new artists especially, they have no say whatsoever. And it can become a little bit soul-sucking, especially if you're more on the creative side than the performance side. If you love to write songs, if you like to come up with your own style, come up with your own dance moves, you know, you're going to have to realize that if you want to do something, sometimes the label don't want you to do it. So you have to change what you really want to do yourself to become a better product for them and for your target audience. I recently read an interview that Zayn Malik had did with Fader magazine where he was talking about he had to do takes over and over in the studio because he always wanted to add a little bit of R&B flavor. But they were like, no, please go pop. Do it straight tone. Do it the way we want you to do it. And he really hated that process because he really wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to add his own soulful flavor to the One Direction songs. But they were like, no, you can't do that. Stop it. do more straightforward pop sounds only. Nobody cares about your creativity. His heart wasn't in it. He said it wasn't him. It didn't feel like he could be himself. And that can be a very soul draining experience if you're doing that constantly, day after day, if that's your whole life. So hopefully I didn't get too preachy with this. It's a bit of an opinion piece more than my usual straightforward teaching. But I just want you to consider the things that can happen to you in the future of your music career. So are you the type of person that wants to stay true to yourself, or do you really want to just sacrifice everything, your whole being, your whole soul, your whole personality, just to be famous? Think about it. So thank you for tuning in, and if you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel and visit my website at yonamarimusic.com for more tips, and I will see you next video.